I was born in France, Reims, where Joan of Arc crowned the king. My parents lived in Europe. My two brothers were also born in Europe, one in Ireland, one in Denmark. And then when I was 2 years old, we traveled to Africa, where my father had gotten a job for a volunteer company. We lived in Nigeria for 5 years. We started doing work there, and then later moved to Uganda for 2 years, South Africa for 5 years, and also traveled all around Africa. My dad was at orphanages, worked with child soldiers. And when I was 12, we traveled to Europe for the first time, and I got to spend some time in Vienna. Going back and forth between Africa and Europe for the next 7 years. So I would spend half the year in Europe, traveling around Western Europe mostly, then half the year in Africa with my mother usually, because my parents divorced when I was 11. May of 2010 I moved to New York on my own when I was 18. Got a job there working as a server for a catering company. I did that for 4 years. Also attended university 2 years during that time. After that I also sold a bit of marijuana for a year at the end. I moved to California. Attended acting classes then. Also got some acting jobs afterwards, and that was going good. And then I did that for about 6 months. I went to jail for 4 months for some outrageous charge. Well, it wasn't outrageous, it was actually a criminal offense, but it was outrageous why I did it. I thought I would want to change my life forever, and for some reason I thought I'd go to jail for life. So I went out and carjacked somebody and turned myself over to the police. And they locked me up for 4 months, and I spent that time with 200 men in a minimum security facility in California. Made friends and learned the harsh environment that those guys have to live in every day. And then after 4 months, going through trials a few times, they let me out, and I was on probation for 3.5 years. So I got a job and just worked to pay off my probation bills and get through, to get off so I could start traveling again. Finally, when I did get off, I went a little crazy and I started hearing voices. Not necessarily hearing voices, but hearing a lot of illusions, I would call it. And I was in the hospital for a couple months for suicide attempts. I tried to drive myself and throw myself off a building and stuff like that. My brother saved my life once. And then after I finally got out of the hospitals, I've come to Amsterdam, and since I've been here, I've just been enjoying the sights and haven't met too many people, but I had a friend here from New York who's living here, so I've been able to spend some time with her. It's been nice. And I love your city. It's a beautiful city, and I hope to visit it again someday.